Good evening, everyone. We're going to get some information here about law, constitutional law, and statutes. So I'm going to read something here. 16th American Jurisprudence, second edition, subsection 177, late second edition, subsection 256. The general misconception is that any statute passed by legislatures bearing the appearance of law constitutes a law of the land. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and any statute to be valid must be in agreement. Okay. It is possible for both the Constitution and a law violating it to be valid. One must prevail. This is successfully stated as follows. The general rule is that an unconstitutional statute, though having the form and name of law, is in reality no law, but in wholly void and ineffective for any purpose, since unconstitutionally dates from the time of its enactment and not merely from the date of the decision so branding it. An unconstitutional law in legal contemplation is as inoperative as it is never been passed. Such a statute leaves the question that it purports to settle just as it would be had the statute not been enacted. Since an unconstitutional law is void, the general principles follow that it imposes no duties, confers no rights, creates no office, bestows no power or authority on anyone, affords no protection, and justifies no acts performed under it. A void act cannot be legally consistent with a valid one. An unconstitutional law cannot operate to supersede any existing valid law. Indeed, in so far as a statute runs counter to the fundamental law of the land, it is superseded thereby. No one is bound to obey an unconstitutional law, and no courts are bound to enforce it. As our self appointed rulers, you will pass whatever it is you are going to pass, and I, for one, will refuse to comply. I have the Constitution, both state and federal, on my side. I am on the right side of history with this. You are on the wrong side. Just because you can make a felon out of the citizenry with the stroke of a pen does not mean that the people will comply. What does that mean? That means that they make laws that are unconstitutional, we don't have to comply with anything. And that's where the revolution came into effect, because they were trying to do things and tax people and do everything else back then. And what they're doing now, property taxes are illegal. They use words ever so elusive: administrative law, commercial law, to keep you confused. You are a dead entity when you walk into a courtroom. You are not the living man and the beneficiary of the trust when you enter a courtroom. They know, and they violate the Constitution. They violate their oath of office. They violate the code of conduct. They violate the very essence of what it is of this republic. We, the people, must show them that they work for us and that they must comply or the nearest tree is available. I'm not conferring any type of violence or anything, but our due diligence to let them know that we have the right to uphold the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That includes any law enforcement officer, any judge, any politician that violates our constitutional rights, which they do and have been forever. When they pull you over for your light being out or your sticker not being on your license plate, is not a crime. It's a second offense. What is the crime? There is no crime. They made it a crime. A policy. It's not a crime. The Constitution only affords crimes and injury in the committance of a crime. You injure somebody with the intent to hurt them or kill somebody with the intent to do such, you have committed a crime and are guilty as such. And they try to enforce all these statutes and policies and administrative law to make you fall in line as the sheep. They believe you are. That's why the school boards stand up there and tell you, well, sit down, you can't speak. Who are they? They were put there by you. Stand up, people. There's 1,000 of you to 10 of them. It doesn't matter how many law enforcement they have there. You are the rulers of this realm, people, not them. They could carry guns. It doesn't matter. You could come with millions of guns. They never win. We know where they all live. We know who they are. They cannot escape. The storm is here, people. You are the storm. Stand up. Be kind to everybody. Do the right thing. Don't violate the Constitution, which the premise of this republic is. Do good unto all. But they have no right to violate your constitutional rights. Traveling in automobile is a God-given right, and they try to say, well, you're on the public road rights traveling, you got to have a plate and a registration, all that stuff. That's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. Laws in the Supreme Court cases in the 1800s says. They try to misconstrue it to say that, well, the state law says this and the police powers. There's no police powers over you. Stop being the wussies that they want you to be. No fear, people. They want you to live in fear so you can't ascend to your position of royalty. They are slaves to you, not the other way around. It doesn't matter what they say or, oh, you're one of them. No, they're one of them. The very idea that they are doing something under the constitutional principles which they void themselves by their actions is a mere idea of revolution against tyranny. Remember, this is a war flag. This is a civilian peace flag, which we should be flying all the time, not this one. We're not at war. We're at war with our own politicians that allow the violation of the very premise of the Constitution which this country is founded on. Stand up for your constitutional rights. Your Second Amendment is your concealed carry permit. Don't let them tell you any different. Don't let them tell you that's wrong. Who sets the laws? By us, because we tell them what we want. Not they've been passing shit left and right, violate our very constitutional rights and putting us in a box. No more. There's a storm. They say it's brewing. It's already here. And if they violate our constitutional rights, we have the duty to use the nearest tree. Regardless of what they say, there's no hate involved. It's the protection of the freedoms and liberties of this country, which I gave an oath to defend. And for all those who gave that oath, uphold your oath. Do your duty. Protect. We are here to protect the very way of life of America, this republic for which it stands. One nation under supreme power of the Most High. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Very good. Love and gratitude is the highest vibrational energy of this realm. They don't want that. They want to keep you in fear. Well, let me check your driver's license. You don't need a driver's license. Or you do because we got to show that you can drive on the roads. They got 100 answers for the truth, which are not valid in reality. When 1,000 people stand up on the same road at the same time, let it begin now. You have the green light, people. You are the freedom of this republic. You stand in that freedom. You possess that freedom. They work for you. They are the slaves of the workforce. It doesn't matter. You want to be a public servant or you want to work for the county or whatever, you work for the people. Your paycheck is derived by their tax dollars. So don't think you're above them or you can push the public around. Enough is enough, people. Stand up. Protect those who cannot protect themselves. Obey the Constitution. If you follow the Constitution and the very basis of morality of love thy neighbor as thyself and be kind to all, you're not going to break any laws. Those who want to do drug deals uh, and rob people for drugs, you need help. For the police officers and administrative courts that want to keep people in a box and put them to jail for crimes that are, the state is not the injured party. Can't be the injured party. You have to show that person standing there as the injured party. That cop can't be the representative of the state. You're making rules up as you go, Judge. You're in clear violation of the Constitution. You think you're above the people? Judge, clerks, all you people, tell them about the bonds and the forms you fill out when people are in court so you can get paid. They don't know about their birth certificates. Tell them. Tell them how you're getting paid anyways, and you're putting fines on the people. They're paying fines. You guys already been paid. That's why you're so rich. You're worthless pieces of crap. There's no room on this planet for any of you because you violate the people. You don't have no morality of good, of right versus wrong. You're all wrong. All of you. We have the authority to abolish you. That's what the Second Amendment is for. You're creating tyranny. We can abolish you, whatever means that means. Take it any way you want it. Enough. Stand in your power, people. These public servants work for you. Oh, I get paid by the township. I get paid by the county gets paid by tax dollars that pays you. So you can say whatever you want. It don't justify your actions. It don't justify anything. You said an oath to the corporation, not to the Constitution. So you are enemies of the state, and you will be dealt with swiftly. Thank you, people. You have a good night. Stand up for the Constitution, the oath of the Constitution, this republic for which it stands. Protect the people. Do your duty. Thank you.